Multiplication, multiplying by a multiple of tens by a single digit. What is it? Adding equal groups or adding a number to itself a number of times. Why? Helps with fractions, can help in photography with the angles, depth, distancing, and much more in that profession. Interesting fact, in a short distance, a grizzly bear can outrun a horse. Now let's take a look on why this method is going to work. So at this point, as you can see on your screen, there are a bunch of circles. Now let's figure out how many we have. So in this scenario, we have 10 groups of 3, or really we have 10 times 3, which is 30 circles. Okay, so now we're going to rearrange it into this as you see on the right hand side. But this time we have 3 groups of 10, or we have 3 times 10, which is 30 circles. So in the method you're about to see, all we're really doing is just rearranging the numbers so that we can still get, we can do an easier path to get to the same result. So if you follow these steps for these examples, you'll be golden. Step 1, rewrite the multiple of 10. Step 2, multiply the numbers without a 0. And step 3, put the zeros on the result. So let's go forth and look at these examples. Step 1, rewrite the 40. So we've rewritten the 40 as 4 times 10. Now we're going to multiply, put parentheses or brackets around the numbers that we're going to multiply, which gives me 16 times 10. And finally, since 10 has 1 0, we're going to put 1 0 at the end of 16 to get 160. So we're going to go ahead and show you the adding way, just so that you can see why this method works as well. So, and then we add it, you get 80, 120, 160 as your final answer. So let's take a look at example 2. So we're going to rewrite 60 as 10 times 6 times 7. So we're going to multiply the numbers without a 0. And that gives me 42. Put the 0 at the end. And now we're going to show you why this still works when we still have with addition. So we have all those 60s. We have 7 of them. 120, 180, 240, 300, 360, and 420 as your final answer. We have example 3. We have 2 more after this one, each one a little bit different than the last. Let's get started. 8 times 400. So we change it to 4 times 100. Now we're going to multiply the numbers without a 0 to get 32 times 100. Add the zeros at the end. And now we're going to show you why this all works with addition. So 400, 800, 1200, 1600, 2000, 2400, 2800, and 3200 as your answer. Take a look at example 4. Looks very similar to example 3, but the multiple of 100 as at the beginning. And it's still, in this case, you still follow the steps and you will still get the same result. So separate the 100 into 100 times 5. You multiply 5 times 7, which gives me 35. Add the zeros at the end, and you get 3,500. And let's show you why this works with addition. So 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, 3,000, 3,500. Okay, this is your final answer. Now let's take a look at example 5. This one's a little bit different because it's not 100. It's not a multiple of 100. It's a multiple of 10. Okay, so we're going to rewrite it as 10 times 12. So times 6. Okay, so I'm going to separate 12 into 6, which gives me 72 times 10. And your answer is 720. So let's go ahead and see why this works with addition. 240, 360, 480, 600, and finally 720 is your answer. Okay, now it is your turn. So do the method for this and show your work. And then finally, pause the video so that you can take your time on answering these 5 questions. I'm going to show you the answers in 3, 2, and 1. Here are your answers. If you got them correct, well done. If you didn't, there is always tomorrow.